Hey, so today we're going to shake up our makeup with Jones Road. Jones Road. She has some like really amazing and interesting products and a lot of different ways you can use them. So I think there'll be more than one video about Jones Road. Full disclosure, I do really enjoy using her products. I found that it did really change my skin. I realized that my skin was a lot drier than I had kind of anticipated, and my face was just soaking up the makeup because it was giving me that extra moisture. A lot of her products have jojoba seed oil, shea butter, and other ingredients just to help moisturize and make us look glowy and beautiful. So I'm going to start with a highlighter. It's a shimmer oil. This is rose. This is very liquidy. I'm going to show you as it comes out. And I don't want to put it any place where I have wrinkles that I don't want to emphasize, right? Because it is going to emphasize them. Look, I think you can see that that's just glowing me up. The face pencils. This is the Neutralizer pencil. I think it's called Neutralizer pencil. And this is for my dark circles. This is medium peach. I can use medium peach. Sometimes I use apricot because I get pretty dark in the summertime, but in the winter I use light peach. And I am gonna just color correct across my eye. I have so much discoloration there. And my BK Beauty brush. Oh, did I tell you Kernan's here with me? He's watching. He's a little uninterested in the makeup, but he is always with me. But like I said, there's going to be many videos on Jones Road. There is a lot to talk about. She's doing some really interesting and innovative things. One of them happens to be this. This is the original foundation. This is medium tan. This is my summer color. It has this little thing. Don't take that out. We need it. It helps to keep the oil in the product, and sometimes it does need to be mixed. So this is how I usually hold it, and I just dab a little bit, and then I come to the lid, the little cap, so then I don't lose the product. And then I just pounce it in. Let's do one side. Now, this is not a full coverage makeup. This is not the point. So, full disclosure, if you're looking for full coverage, this is probably not what you're looking for. It can be layered up, and it's just beautiful, honestly. It just, to me, it just makes me glow. You need very little. I think you saw I had 1 pounce that I put on the lid, and I'm still just swirling in that 1 pounce. Just bringing it across. Oh yeah, I was gonna do one side, but I did kind of do one side, and then now coming over. A lot of people use their fingers when they use this product to put it on. I have done that before, and it comes out beautifully also, but I just love her her brush, which I think you've probably seen me use before. I have a couple of them. One is for foundation, and I use the other one a lot for blush. I just love how it applies, and I think it is the everything brush. Okay. So I think that's it. And you saw that was one dip in and then several swipes on here, just shearing it out, getting it nicely into my brush. And then I'm just gonna put the lid on, and you gotta make sure that that is on tightly because it is an oil product and it can dry out. I'm gonna out my niece, Ashley, who, she didn't realize that, and she took that out because she thought it was a pain, because it is sometimes hard to get open. and it dried it out. And so she lost all the oil part of it. The oil will eventually dry out, seep out of the container. Then I'm gonna take my actual face pencil. This is number 15. Again, this is my summer color, and conceal. And you can see how that matches. Now, I'm just gonna tell you, I don't really, I mean, it is a little bit lighter, but I'm not into this like really light concealer thing, because I think all it does is emphasizes your wrinkles, and I'm not down for it. After I kind of pounce this in, I do like to go over it with my finger and just let it melt. Give it a little more of a melt and a push in. I will probably do this again towards the end, but I think you can see that that like really did kind of cover a lot of my discoloration. And love those pencils. They were the first product I bought from her, and for a long time that was the only product that I had of hers. And then slowly became a fan. It took me a while to try the foundation, but I did finally go. This is Jones Road bronzer. I believe it's like golden tan. And I'm just gonna do the 3. Here's my 3. Coming down and along. And I think you can see how that like gives my face a little more dimension. I mean, you could use contour and or bronzer, or you could use both. I've done both, but I think it just makes such a huge difference in our face. And as a matter of fact, one of my friends, she was using the bronzer. She forgets this though. We were at a party and I was like, oh my God, your makeup looks so good. Of course, it was the Jones Road. She was wearing Jones Road, and then she had the bronzer on, and I just think it's stunning. I don't have to make a lot of decisions. I mean, I'm just going to work tonight. So, to be honest, most people probably think this is more than I need to do just to go to work. But, you know, I like to fuss around and play, even like when I'm going to go to work. So that's it for bronzer, right? So, and I could walk out right now. I feel like this is enough. This could be one and done. I am gonna do a powdered blush, berry. Let's see how we like it. I've got a little powder brush. I'll be honest with you. I don't do the powdered blush as much anymore, but gosh, look how cute that is. That is a cute color. But right, it's too much, right? I went a little crazy. It's a little too much, but I'm going to show you how you can fix it. Do this. I can go a little bit on my nose. So first, I'm going to cover here where it's like maybe come down too far, and then I just kind of come around the edges. And you see how that really just toned that down? We're going to do the same thing over here. Look at that. Is Miracle Balm. Miracle Balm. So Pinch Cheeks happens to be one of my favorites. I think it's more of like a berry color, and it has a shimmer to it. I'm just going to use my everything brush. And I just pounce it in. You can see it. I've been using it for quite some time. I love it. And then watch this. We're going to try to... Now I still have a little bit of glow from that shimmer oil. But look how that just gave it a little more dimension. Here's without. Here's with. And I think it's beautiful. I might need to pounce one more. I usually like to put a little bit of it up here. So Miracle Balm is made out of, it's like a skincare product also, and It is made out of jojoba seed oil and shea butter, all of the products. And it is, you break the seal and then you can just dab in like this. People take a little pea size, they rub it in their fingers and warm it up and put it on their face. But I just love how it applies with this brush. I think it's phenomenal. It's very glowy right now, as you can see, which I love. I mean, I think it took me a little time to get used to it, but I love it. I think it is, it's what makes us look like we have really beautiful skin and we're really healthy, all of the things. So, that's Miracle Balm. I'm gonna do the Jones Road eyebrow, and this is in gray. Again, I think I talked about this in one of the other videos, that it's not really truly gray, because that wouldn't look good. It's basically, I would say, a cool toned brown, maybe with a touch of gray. I don't know. This is Bobby's area of expertise, but we don't really want gray eyebrows because then they would kind of go away, right? And I am embracing my gray. So you can see that it's made them brown, but not too dark. And I guess that's so I love that, my setting spray. So I'm about to work a 12-hour shift. I am not really interested in having makeup all over the place. I want it to last all night. So I'm just gonna and what I do is then take my hair dryer, which I have right over here. Oh, hi, Kearney. And I just dry my thing. Just to make sure it's not my hair. It's just my hair. My hair is very frizzy anyway, so. Okay, so then she has both eyeliner pencils, and then she has the little pots, because she created this for Bobbi Brown, the brand also. And I'm going to do those another day, because I learned a trick from the artist because these are all like really clean and natural, they can dry out also. So if you sharpen them right before you use them, you'll get a better application. I shared that with my friend because we were both struggling with these pencils. So, and then you can see it's going on much easier now. I tend to like to do a tight line. I try not to get it too much in the waterline, but I'm still working on learning how to do that well. This is navy. They have several colors. The only color I don't have is green, which right now I kind of wish I had. I buy so many products, like I have to pick and choose. The trick is you have to sharpen it because they do dry out. I do think that they should probably advertise that, but I'll leave that to Bobby. I'll leave it to her. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my mascara. I love the Jones Road mascara. I think I've talked about it before. It is a volumizing mascara that does not have that little like clean off section because it's not good for the environment, which I appreciate. But it means you have to be careful because you can get some clumpies, kind of like I've got going right now, but you can get through them. It's very black, which is what I love. It does really volumize my lashes. I'm not like overly like upset if it's just a smidge clumpy. But if I was really obsessed, I could just brush through it and it would be great. Look at that. Look at that eye versus this eye, right? I think you can really see it there. But even though I'm going to work, I want to be cute, right? So we've gotten a little clumpy. There we go. That's better. So now you can see both eyes. I don't ever use this on the bottom lashes. Maybe I'm just not brave enough, but I use only tubing mascara. I'm using Tarte. It's just, I've not tried any other ones yet, but so like this is not an endorsement that it's the best. It's just what I've been using. And I do it over top the top, and then I do the bottom with it. And then sometimes it helps me get some of the little clumpies out. And then I do a very light hand on the bottom just to show that I have lashes, and to make sure that they're not full of foundation, because that is definitely seen that on people where it's like the eyelashes are all brown from the foundation. Not to give you a complex. So there it is. Okay. You can see how nicely this is really performing. It is very glowy. A lot of people have a hard time with that, and it did take me a little bit of time to get used to it. I do have some powder here that I'm going to put on in a minute, but first I'm going to do my lips. Their lip pencils are to die for. I sometimes just wear them as a lipstick. I wanted to read the color because I'm not sure what color I picked. Nude pink. I love them all. I think you guys have probably seen me use some of the other colors. I maybe should have picked more of a brown color. But let's see what's going on here. Because I am going to use do you see how like I just put my lips together and how it covered almost my entire lip? They are really yummy. I love them. They're super easy to use. I'm not an expert at lips. I'm not like these Instagram girls who are really good. But I'm actually going to use probably my second, or it has to be tied for first, product from Jones Road, which is the Lippie Stick. And it's like a chapstick, but it's colored. I love it so much. I have these in my purse. I have them in my pocket when I go to work. And this is plumberry, because I did a berry blush. I thought it would be cute. It is, you can see it's so easy. It's so nourishing. I mean, it's so nice to never use chapstick again. Honestly, it is fantastic. I have these in my pocket at all times, and amazing, 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 amazing. Comes in a bunch of different colors. It is a lot like the Miracle Balm. It is like jojoba seed oil, and it's all nourishing. And my lips have never been better. I just realized how dehydrated my lips were. I was using chapstick all the time. And no, never going back. This is the best product in the world. Okay, and then I'm just going to, this is what I used for my blush. But I'm just going to take off some of the blush color just to make sure it's not there. And then I'm just going to do a very little bit of their powder. And to be honest, I'm not really sure it's the best color for me, but it is medium. Maybe I should have gone translucent. Maybe I should have gone pink. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out this whole thing. So I just used what's in the lid just to come here and take a little bit of this middle shine away. I hope you saw that happen, because I can see here that it definitely really, really helped to take the shine down. Again, let's not emphasize the nose being too shiny, but I think it looks great. Looks great, looks great. What do you guys think? That is a full face of Jones Road, which I highly recommend. And I think that they're very nourishing products. they're actually very reasonably priced, but when you become addicted, it does add up and get very expensive. Because there's so many different products, and like I'm gonna come back. Like we have some different foundation products, but I'm gonna do a full face of only Miracle Balm and show you what that is. I love doing that also, and yeah. What do you think, Kern? Okay, so that's Jones Road take 1. There's gonna be more takes, but I think we're shaking it up. I think it looks pretty good for going to work tonight. Thanks. See you soon.